misbehaving tourists or expats here in Thailand, that we should be condemning this type of behaviour. It's a transactional thing. It's not because you're God's gift to the world, mate. You know what I mean? What they don't do is they don't go to fancy restaurants in their own country with no shirts on. Yeah, I have a lot to say about that, but on one end of the spectrum it's just blatant racism, and on the other end it's just the Thai language. Oh, Mallory driving the Farang. Cows. Look at the camera. You see? And there's a couple of stores along this road that we're gonna say Sadika. Mallory, wait here. Welcome back to the vlog. So we're here at the restaurant. This is our local restaurant, literally like 2 minutes away from our house. We brought the saleng out. Saleng's not been in use for a while because after Songkran the saleng was covered in the talc powder that everyone rubs you in.
Covered in talc powder, no fuel, so we just abandoned it, but I gave it a good scrub, we filled it up, so
Yeah.
back in action.
We've just been a bit lazy. And same with these vlogs, you know, it's been a couple of weeks now until, you know, since we made our last vlog, since we went to the best restaurant in Surin.
Maybe we should have joked about that, I've not been in a good way since.
Yeah, to be fair, Camila's still not well. I don't know what she's got, she's coughing all over the place, and I've been fine, you know, but I didn't eat the burger, so tell them how you've been feeling.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have joked about it. It was ever since last Thursday, Friday when we had it, I've been dead to the world. Not even last week, was it? It was the week before. It's been that long now. I've been close to taking myself to hospital, but ride it out. I trust my body, I'll be okay. Hopefully I'm at the end of it now, but it's been rough.
So, yeah, that's part of the reason why we've not been vlogging, because, you know, Camila's not been well. You know, Camila just be at home coughing her head off, and I'm too lazy to go out on my own to film these videos. So yeah, we've not really been vlogging, but we're back, you know. You know, when Big Natt puts out a vlog, I've got something in mind. Yeah, look, food just came, so I want to show you what I'm having. Can you guys guess? Wow. The old trusty pad kapao, musap kai dao. You know, when you don't know what to have at a restaurant, just have what you know, then you can't go wrong. So today, I've got a topic to talk about, you know. I woke up and I felt the vengeance. I was like, oh, I need to talk about this topic. I've done a vlog on it before when we lived in Bangkok.
Something different today.
That's to you. Very nice. Anyway, this channel's not a food review channel. Anyway, yes, today's topic is misbehaving tourists or expats here in Thailand. I did a video when we lived in Bangkok about, you know, a couple of tourists that were misbehaving here, and that we should be condemning this type of behaviour. And I want it to come from a Thai person, you know, like myself, but a Thai person that is able to communicate to, you know, these type of people. So I've been in the UK, you know, I know what the Brits are like, I know what Western people are like, I know their demeanour and I know their behaviours. And yeah, it may be their culture, you know, when it gets to 15 degrees in England, people start taking the shirts off and that, but what they don't do is they don't go to fancy restaurants in their own country with no shirts on, you know. Why are you topless in a fancy restaurant? There's other people that come out for a nice family meal, you know, kids are running around and everyone's dressed up in nice shirts and that. What, and you're gonna sit there in a nice fancy restaurant with no shirt on? I think that's kind of disrespectful, you know. These type of things you don't do back in your home country, so why is it acceptable to come to Thailand and do, you know? Also, these people that walk down and the way they talk about Thai women is also unacceptable in my eyes. They see Thai women, they generalize it, and they generalize Thai women as an object. You know, they think they can just go down to one of these bars and grab a woman. Of course, you know, it's called a certain word. Yeah, you pay some money and you get a service. It's like any business, you know. It's a transactional thing. it's not because you're God's gift to the world, mate. You know what I mean? You have to pay certain dollar to get what you want. You don't do this in your home country, do you? So when you go to a bar, you don't go up touching women. I saw a clip not too long ago. I think it was a British tourist. You know, he's in his bright shorts, no shirt on, walking down Soy 6, and he got sparked out by the bouncer there in Soy 6. He's doing all the Karate Kid bloody action, whatever, in front of the bouncer. So all this started because he went into the bar and he was like touching women inappropriately. He was picking women up, you know, without their consent. He just went into the bar and just did his thing. And everyone, by the looks of things, everyone asked him to politely, you know, please don't do it and move on, go away. And he just didn't, you know. He made a crowd form around him, and yeah, ended up one punch knockout. Got sparked out by the bouncer. You know, like these bouncers, they're probably highly trained. You know, they're probably ex-fighters, Muay Thai fighters, or they know how to handle themselves. Yeah, it serves him right. You know, it serves him right. So these type of tourists are not welcome here in Thailand, and the way that they speak to women and act around women and treat women like they're objects in Thailand is not acceptable. So, okay, while I'm ranting, I just want to say one thing, you know. There's certain YouTubers out here that are putting out videos and they're complaining about certain things, how their language barriers, you know, affecting their time here. That, you know, they just don't understand the Thai culture. And it ticks me off because I've lived in the UK 20 years. And within 5 years, I was fluent in the language of English. These people, they've lived here, one of them's like 20 years, 18 years, something crazy. And another guy's lived here like 12 years. And I'll tell you, they can't have a conversation in Thai. Can't have a basic conversation with a food vendor in Thai. I think that's disrespectful, you know, like if you're here, at least try, you know. All you need to do is learn 100 phrases and practice and use it in real life situations. You'll get confident and you'll use it more and more and you pick up different words. Well, these people, they're not even trying. But what they are doing is expecting the Thais to be able to communicate with them in their language, which is English. And why should they, you know? They're here living in Thailand, you know, you're in their country. Yeah, I think these people are living here for many, many years and can't hold a basic conversation in Thais. It's atrocious. I've yet to meet someone that's lived in Thailand that long, so 20 years, 30 years, that has integrated themselves as much as I have personally into British culture. I understand deep-rooted British culture, British slang, British food, everything. But I've yet to meet a Farang or an expat that's living out here, that's lived out here for over 10 years, that has integrated themselves as well as I have, or many people that I know that live in the UK and still living in the UK. My mum included. My mum, I would say she's not as good as I am in English because, you know, she's first generation, so she's not as good, but she'll go to the shop, she'll speak English, full English. Like, I've yet to meet an expat that's living out here that's integrated themselves as well as that. Why is that, you know? Why is that? And then they're out here moaning that they're having communication problems. Well, you shouldn't be. You lived here 20 years. At least be able to have basic conversation. So, yeah, I have a lot more to say, but I'm toning it down for YouTube, you know. You know, my opinions are very strong on these type of topics, because as a Thai myself, and I see all the time, you know, they're making videos moaning about Thais, and they're like, oh, my Thai family's rude to me. They're not. It's because you're not making an effort. You know, your Thai family is not rude to you. If you're there making a video and they're working their arse off in the background, you're not even going up to them and having a conversation. You're not even greeting them, you know. And if you're gonna walk around with a fucking face like a slapped arse, expect them to not want to talk to you, you know. I wouldn't want to talk to you. So yeah, that's my 2 pence on it. I could say a lot more, but I'll keep it just as that. One final thing I just want to quickly brush over while I'm on the topic of ranting. I do apologise that this video is a little negative, you know, but sometimes we've got to get it off our chest. And when I have an opinion, you know me, I like to voice my opinion. I stand by my opinions. So recently, I saw on a news article, I think it was from Tiger. If you haven't seen Tiger, go and check them out. They're quite good at reporting news here in Thailand. You know, they're quite a fair news channel or whatever they are. So, Tiger reported that there has been an incident, I think down south, with a tourist calling a Thai worker ni hao, or saying to a Thai worker ni hao, and he politely, I think, asked him to stop, but he kept saying it as in like a racist way, you know, generalizing Asians speak the same language or whatever. So, you know, like if someone come up to me and said ni hao, I'd be like, yo, I'm not Chinese, you know, can you please stop? And I'm guessing that guy didn't stop, so it kind of went viral. And then a Russian teacher has also gone viral for saying that if Thais are getting offended by the word ni hao, then we should remove Farang, as in our name, our YouTube channel name, Native Farang, from the Thai language. Now, I've got a lot to say about this, but all I'll say is, you know, there's a difference, and I want it to come from a Thai, so you understand. I've been reading the comments, you know, on this topic, and a lot of people seem to agree with this Russian guy, this Russian teacher teaching here in Thailand. So, Farang, we have it in our YouTube handle, you know, Native Farang, that's our channel name. I'm Thai, and my wife here, Camila, she's foreign, she's Farang. You know, she don't get offended. I don't get offended. You know, Farang is just a Thai word that means foreigner. Yeah, so basically our channel, Native Foreigner. Yeah, or as it started out, it was the native and the Farang, as in I'm the native and Camilla's the Farang. So it's just a Thai word that means foreigner. So if you're from anywhere other than Thailand, you are a Farang. So why are you getting offended? You know, if I went to the UK, I'm a foreigner in the UK. If I went to Africa, I'm a foreigner in Africa. But I don't get offended if they say I'm a foreigner, because I am. That's what I am. It's facts. The difference is saying ni hao to a Thai, it's just blatant racism. It's generalizing Asians as all the same, you know. So yeah, I have a lot to say about that, but on one end of the spectrum it's just blatant racism, on the other end it's just the Thai language, you know. And if you're getting offended, this takes me back to my original point. You should learn Thai language, learn Thai culture, then you would understand it more, and you would know that it's nothing offensive, you know. And if you find it offensive, then that's on you, you know. If you find a word that's not offensive, then that's on you. I think you should read a little bit more, or, you know, talk to more Thai people so that you can understand what it actually means, and that it has nothing malicious behind the word. Amidst my rant, we have finished our meal and I'm about to pay up. เก็บตังค์ได้ไหมครับ เท่าไหร่ครับ
ค่ะ50 60 70 70 60 เป็น110 บาท
ครับ 110 baht, bargain. So just paid up, we're about to leave the restaurant. 110 baht, what a bargain. Oh yeah? Oh, thought my bike weren't going to start.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, 110 baht. Such a bargain that was. You know, just a quick meal here before we get the kids. And people say, you know, Thailand's getting too expensive, but is it really, you know? 110 baht. Remember where you came from. A lot of people forget that. Forget how much money they pay for food back at home, you know? Even the cheapest takeaway or a meal deal from Tesco costs more than this. And it's not a hot meal, is it? You know what I mean? So don't forget where you came from, especially if you're an expat or if you're here for a few months. You're on holiday money, so don't be calling things expensive when it's £2, you know. All right, enough ranting. I'm gonna get the kids now.